Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my presentation on psychopathy and violence in the forensic setting, expert opinions, and research. Now, forensic psychology and research and psychopathies linked to violence. This is basically one of my passions in life is forensic psychology. It's one of those areas of interest that hasn't really seen any significant change, positively or negatively, as far as the concentration in research goes. And I do feel that forensic psychology and research in psychopathy and its link to actual violent behaviors is very important. And the reason this is important is because if not all psychopaths are indeed violent, we need to show through research that these common ideas about psychopaths are false. The two experts I chose in psychology are Dr. Robert Hare and Professor Kevin Dutton. Dr. Hare is a forensic psychology researcher and author of Without Conscience, The Disturbing World of Psychopaths Among Us. He is also the developer of the Psychopathy Checklist Revised, PCLR as we know it, co-authored the Psychopathy Checklist Screening version, the PSCAN, the Psychopathy Checklist Youth version, and the Antisocial Process Screening Device. Professor Kevin Dutton is a psychologist, author of The Wisdom of Psychopaths, and is also an honorary affiliated member of the Cavilla Research Center for Evolution and Human Sciences at the University of Oxford. First off, we might want to define psychopathy. Psychopathy is defined as a mental disorder in which an individual manifests amoral and antisocial behavior, lack of ability to love or establish meaningful personal relationships, extreme egocentricity, failure to learn from experience, etc. Dr. Robert Hale developed the psychopathy checklist after studying male offenders in the forensic setting, and he found that an individual's score could influence their future. An individual can be diagnosed as a psychopath by using the PCLR, which includes 2 parts and 20 items, and among the 20 items are glib and superficial personality, grandiose estimation of self, which is also commonly known as narcissism, the need for stimulation, pathological lying, criminal versatility. These are a lot of the things that the media shows in psychopathy. And also, from the information that I was able to actually find about Dr. Hale and his views on psychopathy, psychopaths are always predisposed to violent behavior, which is linked to adult antisocial behavior. And then Professor Kevin Dutton believes that certain psychopathic characteristics can be a good thing. These traits are charm, confidence, ruthlessness, and coolness under pressure. And he also believes that not all psychopaths are violent, and instead of only associating this personality with those like Hannibal Lecter, and sorry about the typo there, we should see them more like CEOs and politicians. He has been working to debunk 2 deep-seated myths about psychopaths that general public believes. One is that they're all bad or mad, and 2, you're either a psychopath or not. He ran a study and shows that certain professions have a higher incidence of psychopathy, like CEOs and lawyers, civil service agents like police officers, and even clergy, and ones of those that can manipulate others around them and have that control. The conclusions of a lot of my research about this is that the PCLR has validity in predicting future violent behavior and is shown by using the interview and PCLR as well as the psychopathic personality inventory. Impulsive antisociality are uniquely associated with this patterns of violence. Findings have shown that there is no reason for the broad generalizations between psychopathy and violence. Also that interpersonal features of psychopathy are greatly associated with instrumentality and severity of violence. This was independent of an individual's psychopathy score, and there should be a recognition for subtypes of psychopathy. Basically, this shows that not all psychopaths have a tendency to be violent. And here are all of my references here for anyone that wants to take a look. Thank you very much for joining me tonight on my presentation of psychopathy and violence in the forensic setting. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great evening.